good afternoon, and welcome to Dialogue with Deidre. I'm your host, Deidre Malone. It is a beautiful day in Memphis. Oh my goodness. If you were in Memphis this past weekend, I can tell you it was like a monsoon. It was just storming, storming, storming. But today it's a little chilly, but it is a beautiful sunshiny day. And so glad to have in the studio with me today with the Tennesse Valley Authority. I have Creech, who is the Memphis Executive Director. He's in the studio with me, as well as Marcey Wright, who is in Public Relations. Both of you, welcome to Dialogue with Deidre.
Thank you, Deidre. Thank you for having us.
Oh, well, look, it is exciting that you're here in the studio today because you both have not been with the organization long, so I'm really glad that we have an opportunity to get you, maybe not first, but maybe second, on the show. Mark, talk to me a little bit about your history with TVA. I know you've only been in the Memphis market a short period.
That's correct. Memphis market right now coming close to 4 months, and this has really been an exciting opportunity for not only myself but for my family as we move here, and we have a home now. We're finally in the home, yay! But I've been with TVA for 15 years, and I originally started in TVA into the System Operations Center where you deal with transmission, you deal with plants that are moving up and down. But the journey that I've had with TVA has been one very, very rewarding for my career. I've learned so much from the folks of TVA. But the major thing that I've learned is service. That organization is based foundationally on serving. And then when you can think about an organization such as a city such as Memphis that really has a lot of good people in it, we are here to serve the people of Memphis, and that's why I'm here.
Well, we're glad you're here, Mark. And Marcey, I know you've been with TVA a little longer than Mark, but you've been in Memphis a while, haven't you?
Absolutely, I have. And actually, Mark has been with TVA a lot longer than I have.
That's
I've
true.
lived in Memphis. He's been there 15 years. I've barely been there 15 months. But it's been a joy so far to work with TVA. And as Mark has already stated, that it's been all about service, and that is what TVA certainly is. And so when I was looking for a place of employment, it was just organic to go to TVA. So prior to working for TVA, I worked for the city of Memphis and Memphis Public Libraries in communications and marketing. And I've been a longtime Memphian for about 14 years now. So it was just a great change to have TVA to work alongside Mark and to work on some major issues that we believe will positively affect Memphis in the future.
So, Marcey, in your new role with TVA, you'll be handling public relations. Is it just for Memphis?
No, actually, it's for all of West Tennessee, northwards of Union City and Mississippi, down actually past Tupelo.
And it's public relations. Is there something else? Is it community engagement as well?
It is. It is. It is a great opportunity, a grand opportunity as well, and challenge on a lot of fronts. But there's a lot of ground to cover, and there's a lot of work to do. And so we're doing the community outreach piece, and I'm sure we'll get to a little bit of that soon. But TVA has a lot of exciting things going on across our region, and that's what I guess we'll discuss here today.
And Mark, in your new position, Memphis Executive Director, what will you be responsible for?
So the responsibility would be more of a liaison to MLGW and also a support partner for MLGW, but also to have an executive presence in the city. TVA has executive presence in all of the major cities, and so TVA want to make sure that as the city evolves and as things arise, that they had someone in the city that could quickly try to assimilate, get coordination with other TVA partners, and also to partner with the city, the political, our partner MLGW, and to represent TVA as we have for the last 80 years with MLGW, with the city of Memphis.
Well, let me just say, you mentioned 80 plus years TVA has represented Memphis. And as we wrap up Black History Month, let's talk about TVA in the context of how many African Americans have played a role in TVA, specifically early on. I know you've been asked this question during Black History Month.
Yes, we have been asked that question. And, when you look at how TVA originally got started back in 1933. This was actually the federal government coming together and the federal government saying that we need to do something in this area. The folks in this area were being devastated by flooding. There were poverty everywhere. But it wasn't just in the Caucasian region. It was also in the African American region. There have been multiple African Americans that have contributed to the success of TVA through the years of actually its construction, and even today. One of the primary things that we wanted to do when we actually go into schools and go into communities is to show that there are African American professionals that are working for TVA for the benefit of serving the folks in the valley. And especially here in Memphis, where you have so many powerful professionals and so many good things that are happening in the city.
That's wonderful. And with that, TVA being like the major utility for this region, what has changed over the years?
A few things have changed over the years within TVA. One primarily you can start looking at is actually around the renewables and how people actually get their power. TVA looks at this as a critical part of its portfolio. If you take a step back, TVA was created for the people, by the people. And there's one thing that I should mention here at the foundational level in Memphis is TVA is Memphis. We want to partner with all of our local power companies and actually provide the lowest feasible power for them. But when you look at the landscape of what is happening across the country, once we went through that recession back in 2005 and moving on, we lost a lot of what we classify as being low. Those are a lot of manufacturing jobs. And so what TVA had to do was it had to come up with a plan to actually adjust itself to maintain what it's mandating. This is the TVA Act says that we will provide power at the lowest feasible rate. And so we've been able to do that. When you look back at 2013, our rates have essentially stayed flat. In other words, there has really not been a big movement in our rates. And so we utilize water, we utilize hydro, we utilize solar, wind, we utilize coal and gas. All of that mixture to make sure that we have the right blend and the right mix to make sure that we keep rates low for the citizens of Memphis and the citizens of the valley.
Absolutely. And Deidre, if you don't mind me kind of stressing a point about what Mark said, we are mandated, of course, by the TVA Act to keep rates as low as feasible, and we really pride ourselves on doing that. And also TVA's diverse portfolio of power generation. And also right here in Memphis, many Memphians don't know, but we have Allen Combined Cycle Natural Gas Plant, which is cleaner than coal, much cleaner, and a world-class, state-of-the-art plant. So we definitely even invite tours out there. We definitely want to educate the public about what that jewel is right here in Memphis.
Well, Marcey, that's what I wanted to ask you about specifically, because I know that you hear people all the time say that their rates are too high, their rates are too high. And I just heard you and Mark basically say that some of our rates here in Memphis are some of the lowest in the country. Is that correct?
Yes, they are. That is true. And I mean, there are numbers behind that. But TVA hears the community and is very concerned about the community when it comes to the rates piece. So while we work daily to try to keep rates as low as possible for the area, we do understand that there is an energy burden that some Memphians experience on a consistent basis. And so what TVA has done in effect of that is try to institute programs like the TVA Home Uplift program, which is income based. I mean, your income cannot exceed a certain level in order to qualify for it, because we do want to touch the areas of the community where there is the greatest need. So with that in mind, we go into people's homes using the City of Memphis Weatherization Assistance Program list for people who qualify. Go into your homes and provide weatherization renovations at no cost to the homeowner. And TVA is very actively involved, and we're actually working on 100 homes.
100 homes. currently.
100 homes.
TVA has invested $1 million into Memphis in the home uplift, and we utilize, as Marcey just stated, the weatherization assistance program. And so hopefully by this summer, we will have 100 homes completed. And this was a program, a pilot program that TVA is very proud of, and this is what we're utilizing, not only in the Memphis market, but also in all of Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi. We utilize various portions of that in those areas, but specifically here. And can I touch on one thing?
Yes.
When we talk about the rates, Memphis has the lowest rates in the valley. And those are factual things that can be proven.
Absolutely.
And they have been stated a number of times in the newspaper by our partner in MLGW, and others can confirm that. So TVA wants to continue to maintain that, and as Marcey just stated to you, there's an act from Congress that mandates that we look for those low options. TVA is not for profit. We are not for profit.
Well, and that's good to know. I know that TVA has partnered with MLGW and the local NAACP on a weatherization workshop that was highly attended. It was greatly attended, and great information. And so, are you looking to do more types of partnerships with organizations, Marcey, to kind of spread the word about what TVA is doing, especially when it comes to weatherization efficiency?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're so proud of that partnership that you just mentioned for the weatherization assistance program. For the weatherization event that we recently had with the NAACP. This is a part of the community outreach piece that we mentioned a little bit earlier. But to dive in a little bit deeper to that topic, we want to inform the community about simple, do-it-yourself, low cost or no cost tips, things that they can do themselves around the house to really affect their utility bills, where to set your thermostat so that you're not wasting energy, and so that you can really take your own rates into your own hands in that way by doing some simple caulking windows or weatherizing your own house. And so we do want to expand those partnerships even more. The city of Memphis was a part of that event that we recently had December 11th. Certainly the NAACP.
And Home Depot as well.
Home Depot as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so if I'm out there and I'm a citizen and may not have been able to make it to one of the events, is there some information out on a website somewhere that I can go check out to find out more information about some of these weatherization opportunities?
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you asked that question. Recently, we started the TVA.com/Memphis page.
Okay.
And that is my shameless plug. Just so everyone knows, that's my shameless plug of getting that out there. But we do want to connect with the community on a deeper level. And to find out what TVA is doing, please visit our webpage. That's TVA.com/Memphis to find out more information about where the next weatherization event will be held, or other things that we're doing in the community, and how you can take part in that.
Well, Mark, I'm not going to let you get out of here without talking about the fact that we all know that MLGW is probably one of the largest clients that TVA has. And now it looks like you have a little competition. Somebody's going after the business.
Yes.
How are you going to handle that?
First and foremost.
Now, don't give away all the secrets.
We won't. But first and foremost, we value our partnership with
Absolutely.
MLGW and
Absolutely.
have always valued that partnership. And we, much like MLGW, we look for ways to keep costs low and feasible for the citizens of Memphis and the citizens of Shelby County. We respect what MLGW has to do within the confines of their community and within the confines of their footprint to make sure that they are looking at all options. But TVA maintains that it is the lowest power provider option value that MLGW will find anywhere in this country. And so we look forward to a long-lasting relationship We look forward to working with them for another 80 years. So therefore, at this point in time, TVA is not concerned because we really know where our position is, and we feel comfortable that MLGW will come to that conclusion as well.
Well, I just want to thank you, Mark and Marcey, for coming on Dialogue with Deidre. It has been a pleasure, and you are welcome to come back anytime to talk about what's going on with TVA. So thank you so much for spending some time here with me today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And what we'll do is we'll make sure that when we upload this to YouTube and we have it on our Facebook and Twitter channels, that we will put the TVA website, Memphis, up so you can have access to that, right? And go and make it easy for you to find that information. So glad that you were with us today. Couple of things I want to mention before we get out of here. The NAACP Memphis branch is meeting this Thursday at 5:30 at Mount Olive CME Church. Our speaker for that meeting is going to be Mary Mancini, who is the president of the Tennessee Democratic Party. We are a nonpartisan organization, so if the president of the Tennessee Republican Party would like to come, we have an open invitation. She requested to come speak with us, so you are more than welcome to come as well. We have an open door. And then last but not least, I just want to remind everybody, I've been involved with this event for 3 years. It is one that I feel passionately about, only because you learn a great deal about wine, but you also have an opportunity to give back to a great cause, and that's the Women's Foundation for a Greater Memphis. Vintage 901 starts this Friday. Now, tickets are not available for Friday night. They're all sold out, but if you are interested in coming to the grand tasting or the brunch, the sparkling brunch on Sunday, visit the vintage901.org website and learn more about that event. Thank you so much for watching Dialogue with Deidre. We'll be back on next Monday, and we hope that you have a great day. Remember, go to all of our social media channels, Dialogue with Deidre on Facebook and Twitter, M1 TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and make sure you follow us on YouTube. Have a great rest of your Monday.